Hello and welcome to TFA Analysis. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.
3 Ambazonian leaders or supporters were arrested in United States of America some days behind. In this video, I'm going to allow you listening to those behind them, those who fight a complaint against them. And in that video, they said that this is just the beginning, that they have identified more than 100 Ambazonian leaders and supporters living abroad in Europe, in America, in China, and other parts of the world. And they promise that they all will be arrested because they have enough evidence against them. Listen to him, and after that, we will talk.
First of all, I'm very happy. It's a first step, and it's a necessary step, and it's one of many steps. We've always said that you cannot do certain things and believe that because you're living far away in the United States, and the victims and the people you hurt and harm and kill and order their kidnappings are 10,000 kilometers away in Cameroon, that means you would go free. So it's a process we began a few years ago, filing criminal complaints with the FBI, filing criminal complaints with other law enforcement agencies. They've bidded and they took their time investigating, corroborating our information, working with us to authenticate the evidence, sending actually special agents here in Cameroon to check on certain local conditions. And this is the results of these investigations. It's the first of many to come as we continue our work and collaboration with various USA federal law enforcement agencies investigating the separatist leaders, which we believe are terrorists, which we have termed terrorists in the United States, and which we're seeking to bring to justice. Most of our complaints we filed, including the very recent 3 arrests that happened yesterday, we pointed out to the law enforcement agencies that there are restrictions in the penal code that says you cannot conspire, which means agree with somebody, whether they're in the United States or abroad, to harm, destroy the property, kidnap, or commit a violent crime in another country or anywhere in the world. If you do that, you're in violation of a USA legal code. So even just the conspiracy, you cannot raise funds for such activities to take place, which is the financing of violent crimes or terrorism. So these are some of the laws that the 3 separatist terrorists who were arrested and indicted yesterday were charged with, exactly as we filed the complaints with the Attorney General and with several USA law enforcement agencies. So there are laws on the books in the US that need to be applied. They're starting to be applied. And when they would be completely applied, we can tell you we have over 100 different criminal complaints filed against all major separatist leaders. And we're pushing the files and doing the legal workup in order that they are also arrested, indicted, and brought to justice for their crimes against Cameroon, against innocent citizens, against our military just doing their job to protect civilians, and basically face the penalties for being terrorists. Referring to those they've been collaborating with locally, it's not necessary for them to be part of the case in the United States. But we hope that the Cameroon law enforcement authorities will seek them out, flush them out, and arrest them. Our roles as lawyers in the United States, as well as lawyers in Cameroon, is for now to focus on bringing the separatists, not just in the United States, they're also in Europe, in Norway, in Hong Kong, to file those criminal complaints and bring them to justice, knowing that our excellent administration, local forces, local law enforcement investigators can handle the local terrorists here, the local armed groups here. There are over literally hundreds of major Ambazonian financiers, supporters, and activists. Of course, it's unrealistic to say we're going to get several hundred arrested, but our goal is to get all the major leaders, all the major financiers, all the major activists, and there are over 100, arrested and indicted, and go to prison. The crimes they have committed, lest we forget, is totally abominable and unforgivable. They have caused, financed, planned, directed, and led to thousands of innocent of our brothers and sisters in the Anglophone regions die. They have left thousands of widows, hundreds and thousands of kids without parents. They've caused a huge humanitarian crisis. They have to face justice. And we will not relent till all of them, the major ones, are imprisoned in their host countries, not just in the United States, but worldwide.
This is the Anglophone crisis that has been going on for more than 6 years today. I presented a video some years behind. I say many people are fighting, are involved in the Anglophone crisis in different ways. Many people never believe. People are fighting and struggling in their own hidden places in order for the Anglophone crisis to stop. And this is one of them. If you could have asked many people living abroad, Ambazonian leaders, or even the government of Cameroon, that people are investigating and piling evidence and complaints against them, they will never believe. They will tell you that since 2016, if something was like that, they could have come up with it. It has started coming out. First was the human rights watch, started with evidence and temporarily and putting them. Many people say Anglophone crisis is one of the most neglected. It is not neglected. They allowed the government of Cameroon and the Ambazonian leader to expose themselves so that the international community it will gather enough evidence. The evidence has started coming in. The lawyer is not in Cameroon. He also in United States of America. And these are the people fighting behind the scene. I presented a video some time ago. I talked about the Ambazonian leader. I told them that the strategy they are using, they are all wrong strategy. I called upon all the Ambazonian leaders to call off and stop the fighting. Go behind, sit, and draw another strategy. Many people came insulting and saying all sorts of things. From the beginning, I am a neutral person, and I remain a neutral person. My work is just to identify wrong strategy from the government and from the Ambazonian fighter and present it to them. There is no group or country or people involved in any fighting, even a village, tribal war. Each village always have a secret. But Ambazonia, no secret. Government, the military of the government of Cameroon, no secret. Everything is on social media. Now they are using the evidence that you yourself have been sending. You want to go somewhere and raise a small money to buy a gun or weapon for your people. You put it on social media. You tell the location where you people will gather, what the purpose of the money. You say it on social media. Now they are using them against you guys. It is terrible that you involve yourself in something that is so crucial without thinking of what are the things I can do. Fighters are there in the bush, fighting to holding guns with their right hand and holding camera with the left, because they have to send to the leaders to prove that they are fighting. Leaders also, they are there holding the telephone, a camera this way, and holding message or whatsoever money this way. And any little things, they come up on social media without any editing and say it out. Anybody at any time. It is coming back. And all of you, as the lawyer said, will answer to your crime. It is the same as the government of Cameroon. The Human Rights Watch sent out the last report against the government of Cameroon. They were saying that no, they are biased. They have done this. They have not did this. They have not done proper investigation. The investigation is too much. The evidence are too much everywhere. You don't need to struggle. You don't even need to go to the field. You don't go on social media and you pick a military man doing terrible things and then you put as evidence. You just go on social media, you pick an Amazonian fighter or Amazonian leaders saying terrible things, and you put it as evidence. They don't need to struggle to have evidence. It is terrible. All of you, the government of the Republic of Cameroon and the Amazonian leaders, nobody will go free for the life that have gone down. Thousands have died. Millions have been displaced. More than 300 homes, villages burnt down. Thousands and millions of southern Cameroonians are below poverty line because of the struggle caused by two stupid people, the government of Cameroon and the Amazonian leaders.